Okay, we're gonna have to go get some more firewood. We got another cold spell coming, so let's get this thing out. Get the garage door open. Let's go get some more firewood. Turn the wheelie on here. And here we go. Gonna be cold. Got another cold spell coming. Yep, more cold coming. But don't have a lot of traction in this snow. Again, trying out this new wireless camera system in camera, the Osmo Action 5 with the wireless mic, which is right here. So, going to be a pretty busy weekend. I got to go deal with some family serious health issues this weekend. I'm not going to go into it much, but makes you realize you're getting old. You know, I too had my health issues. Survived a heart attack. I was able to walk in to the hospital and they hooked me up and they said, "Yep, you're having a heart attack." So I dealt with that and got 2 stents. That was in 2016, I believe. Yep, that was 2016. And we weren't here full time on the farm yet. I had been coming up on a regular basis, working on the farm, doing stuff, getting it ready, because we knew one day we were going to be full time here on the farm. And I had my heart attack then and got the stents. Then we ended up moving up here, and once I got settled up here, and we were full time, I had to find another heart doctor. And he did a stress test and all that stuff, and he said, "Yeah, I think you're going to need a couple more stents." So I went in and had one stent put in and went into recovery, and I passed out and had heart block. And they said that's where the top part of the heart is not talking to the bottom part. And when I came to, there was a lady pumping on my chest, and then they rolled me into the room again, surgery, and they got this thing on my side, and it's just pounding me like somebody hit me with a fist. So they roll me back into the room, surgery, and they put in an in-the-heart pacemaker. In the heart. Going through vein or artery in the groin and slip it into my heart. And it looked like a fishing lure you'd get at Bass and Pro Shop, and it's literally flopping around in my heart. And I saw it. I saw the video of it. It is. It's just flopping around in there. So, makes you realize you're getting old. I always joke about when Keith Richards goes, that's when I'm going to start worrying. I mean, I'm not going to start worrying because nothing you can do about it. Your time comes, your time comes. But I'm lucky. I'm lucky that I can still, after surviving a heart attack and stents and a in-the-heart pacemaker, I'm still able to do this stuff. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. There. I knocked on a lot of wood. So, I guess I'm lucky. Some people aren't. And it's kind of interesting. When I had my heart attack, and I got back and I was recovering at home, eating differently, I remember I got on, found a Facebook support group on heart attack called Heart Attack and Stents. And you learn a lot from those. You learn what other people are going through, and a lot of times yours isn't so bad. Because a lot of people have issues with the meds. A lot of them have reactions with the meds. I really didn't. I don't recall having hardly any issues with the meds. The blood thinner, of course, makes you bruise. That's part of that. Then you get a little winded. Blood thinner makes you get a little winded. So if I sound like I'm winded, it's because I'm old too. But if I get a little winded, it's because blood thinner can do that. It's either that or I think it's the blood thinner that does that. But we're all getting old. Okay. Part of life. Hope everybody else is doing okay. I'm just lucky I can do this. Because when you're on a farm, there's always something to do. Always something to do. Now, a lot of the stuff I do, I make sure if I can do it with a tractor, I'll do it with a tractor. Save me breaking a back, hurting my back or stuff like that. So whew. I remember when we lived, before we came up to the farm full time, we sold the house in Garland, Texas, and moved into an apartment for a little while because we knew we were going to end up coming up here, take over the farm after my wife's parents passed away. We knew something was going to happen, so we decided let's take over the farm. I believe then we had COVID, all that stuff. I survived COVID, but I had a son-in-law who didn't. That really sucked. That was a strange time. I don't know what everybody's belief is on it, but everybody has their own opinion of it. But that was definitely a strange time. And I remember I had just started finishing out the basement here on the farm. I had just started finishing out the basement. And then the COVID stuff started. A rumor, more of something's going on. Okay, let's take this back and come get more. And so that was just starting. And I remember seeing all the stories of toilet paper shortage. So I thought maybe I need to make a slight change in the design of the basement finish out. Come on, boy, this thing's getting hard to drive. So I figured maybe make a design change in the basement. And I decided to make a storage room in the basement so we can stock up on stuff for future. So did that, and then we had the big freeze in Texas, and the lumber went crazy. Luckily, I had just finished the basement. I didn't have to get any more lumber. I couldn't have done the basement with the lumber at that price. There's no way. There's no way I could have done it. It still records? Is a microphone recording? Let's see. Microphone, are you recording? Testing, yep. Microphone recording, so there's the first load. Let's go get another. Yeah. Come on, Besky. Just don't have a lot of traction when the wheel is empty. Ooh, see. Oh. Okay, come on. Okay, next load. Where was I? Anyway, as I said, just lucky I'm able to do this. We kind of got a little behind on filling up the woodshed. I hope that that stack will last us through the rest of the winter. You know what, I really should take some from the top of that. I don't want that to fall over. So I really should take some from it. So, let's take some from the top of it. And then I'll come get some of this little stuff that's all over the ground. But yeah, we got a little behind on the splitting wood. We usually would have all 5 rows. 5 rows. See, can you see me? 5 rows would come all the way out to here. And I think we made it to 3 or 4 rows. I think 3 rows. Maybe 3.5. So yeah, we got a little behind this year. Don't think we'll do that because we still got a lot of wood to split. Right over there, you can't see it, but still got a lot of wood to split and got more trees to take down. So won't let that happen this again if we were to have an extreme cold. But supposedly we got some really cold temperatures coming this weekend. High winds, high wind chills. So we got to get that thing full. I know you're probably pretty bored with this, but I'm kind of just doing it for a couple of reasons. It's just because I don't know, gives me a chance to learn this new camera and wireless mic system, which is kind of cool. Okay, let's put some of the small stuff at the back of this. Or this stuff just gets so big, so much, it's easy to step on a piece of wood and twist your foot, sprain an ankle or whatever. So I need to get this cleaned up. So we'll just put it at the back of electric wheelie. Tell you, that's another thing. This electric wheelbarrow has been a lifesaver. I almost put it up there with the tractor. These 3 items, the wheelbarrow, the tractor, and the UTV. Couldn't do it without it. Could not. A lot of the stuff I'll do with the tractor, so I don't have to try to do it by hand. Pulling trees, dragging trees, pulling trees down if you have to, pulling out stumps. I've done a lot of that. A lot of pulling out stumps. It's just amazing how much you have to do on a farm and how important the right kind of tools is. And And to think back in the old days, this farm that we're on, I think was established, homesteaded in the late 1800s. Main reason I know that is because I have found square nails where the farmhouse, the old farmhouse used to be, which is right about where I'm standing. This was where the old farmhouse used to be. And also, I found their trash dump where they dumped all their trash. You know, old farms, they always had a place where they dumped all their trash. And you'd only find old bottles and metal of some kind, and maybe tin, but never plastic. Hardly ever, never would find plastic, because plastic was just not a thing back in the late 1800s. And a lot of other things I found. I actually found along an old barbed wire fence, which you can date barbed wire fence too, and it dated in the late 1800s. But along that barbed wire fence were these little name tags, little metal name tags that were punched out to make a name word or spell out a name. So it looks like it was names of any animals they had, maybe horse, sheep, I don't know, because it was along a fence line where it looks like they probably had a pen. And that's where they stayed. So I even have a pic, I took those name tags out and put them in a shadow box. It makes kind of a nice display to hang on the wall. I'll put that picture right here. Okay, let's take this load and maybe get one more to fill up the wheelbarrow. How about that? And I dropped the log. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can drive through this snow. Come on, Willie. There you go. Hey, Biscuit, you around here? Oh, there you are. Come on. Come on, Biscuit. Come on, Biscuit. Come on. Biscuit, get over here. Come on. Can you see me? I'm way over here. Excuse me. There we go. You can't see the ramp system I built, but I got a ramp system where I can just drive this up and right into the house. Works perfect. Where are you going, Bisky? Here we go. Okay, I think I'm going to go get one more load, but I think I'm going to try the time-lapse feature on this camera. Let's see what that looks like. Probably got to go in and reset it, so let's stop it. Okay, that was a time lapse. So I think I'm just gonna put this load in the garage because what's in the house is full. This will just be a little extra to come grab if we have to. Hope you enjoyed this video and all the blabbing I was doing. Like I said, I'm just getting to know this new camera setup with the wireless mic. I think I already showed you, but the wireless mic is right here. Can you see it? I don't know if you can. There, I'm done here, so pull that up. See the mic right there? Got a little light on it. Okay. Let's go, girl. I see you there. Ready? Let's go in. Come on, hurry up, get in there. Okay, y'all take care. Be good, be safe. Later.